welcome to Red Ted Art. Today we're going to show you how to make this super easy shell mobile. Great for summer holiday memory making and super duper easy to make. I love the combination of textures and colours and hopefully you will too. Let's get making. Okay, so here are the things you need to make your shell mobile. You shall need a stick, preferably from the beach because I think it fits. You shall need some shells with lots of holes in them. If you can find some stones with holes in them, that would be great too because that gives it some sort of weight and really pulls the shells down. Sorry about the background noise. We're out in the garden today. I love the little birdies, but the sirens not so exciting. And also, if you've got some colourful beads, you don't have to use beads. It really depends on the look you want to achieve, but I think they really add a little something. And then finally, some string. Now this is an old broken kite string. I like it because it's really strong. But again, you can use whatever you want. Baker's twine's really good, but I think it should be something that lasts and is durable. So this I think is really good kite string. So the first thing we do, to be honest, is have a little sit down and start arranging your mobile. I think I'm going to go for this stick here. I quite like this one. And then I think I'm going to go for 4 strands. So I'm not going to use this stone. And then I'm going to just have a look at sort of distributing my shells. So basically you're kind of getting into order roughly how you want to thread your your wind chime, because I think if you get it all ready it's much quicker and easier to do. And I like to kind of balance it a bit, having a whole-ish shell on each one is good, and then a few more broken ones. So we've got 3 in each. I think that'll do. I've got another little shell, so I might just add it because I can. So I think that will do roughly. And then again you can have a look at your beads and just have a think about, I quite like doing sort of some colours, so having sort of some reds, maybe some blues, some yellows. So then you can sort of have a little bit, sort out, and maybe some pinks over here. So lots of different types of beads. And then basically you just get started. You cut a piece of your thread. So I'm just going to cut a little bit at the end because it's a bit frayed. And when you're beading, it's easier not to have your things frayed. Now this is quite tight, so I actually want to have my final wind chime a bit longer than this. So because I want it to hang and dangle. But I'm going to do double the amount I actually want, because then you've got extra because you're going to be wrapping your shells on. So I've cut double, about the length that I want. And the first thing I'm going to do is tie it onto my stick. So to tie it on, all you need to do is lift it over, push it under, like so, and then do another one. Bring it over, push it through, and there you have your first knot. And then you start threading. The way I've threaded them on, so they don't keep moving, is I put my thread through. Excuse my plaster, if some of you have been watching, you'll know I cut my finger whilst doing some gardening last week. It wasn't very pleasant and it looks really yucky. And then I'm going to just wrap it around again. So I put it through once and I'm going to put it through a second time. So this is really, I'm not actually knotting it, I'm just kind of like looping it round to hold it in place. And that is literally how I'm securing my shells. Really easy, yeah? So you basically just put the thread through twice. Then I'm going to go for a bead. I'm going to do the same on this one. Thread it through, like so. And then go through again, just so to hold it in place. Like so. Doesn't that look nice? You can have 2 beads at the same place. They don't have to all be separated out. This is why the string is a bit longer, because as you're wrapping them round, you do lose a little bit of the thread. Here we go. Little butterfly. Then go to the next shell. Get it through this hole. I love this craft because normally when we go to the beach we're always obsessed with finding whole shells. I quite this one because you're also appreciating the broken ones because they're actually much easier to craft with. Here we go. Add some more beads, and then basically once you've done that you just repeat with the other 3 strands, and then I'll come back to you and you can see some more. So I'm just going to carry on with this and speak to you in a minute. Okay, so we've done all our beading. Now comes the very last bit, which is basically you need to, oh, does that look pretty already? I'm so excited. You need to put the little hanger on. Now this is the last bit. Sorry, this is all hanging off my table being pulled off. You basically take some of your leftover string and you just tie it onto one end and then the other end. Now you might have to find that you need to balance it a little bit, so you'll probably find that you have to like move it along a bit to the left or move it along a bit to the right. You know, this one, just to get it sort of, you know, balancing. I'm going to put this shell in the middle as well because I think that makes for a nice little kind of hanging up decoration. So these ones are the ones that you move along if you need to, and then I'm just going to put this one at this end. Now we made one like this before about 2 years ago, and it's been hanging in our garden ever since, and 2 years later it's still hanging up. It still looks really cute. You know, the little string that we use has gone a little bit grey over time, but to be honest it still looks really nice. So this is a great craft for an outdoor decoration, especially because seashells, you know, they can be a bit smelly, so I would hang this outside. Now we're going to take some pictures in a minute for you to see it hanging from the front, but this is in essence how you make a seashell pendant, so hopefully nice and easy. Now before you go and I show you how this looks hanging up, remember these? Aren't they lovely? These are made from recycled paper, and I'll link below how to make them. Really easy, really fun, great recycled craft, and love using them. Anyway, over to the final images. Don't forget to subscribe and see you here on Red Ted Art again soon. Bye! Okay, here it is outside, looking gorgeous, don't you think? Really easy craft, a great way to remember your summer holidays, and looks really, really nice. Now remember, seashells can be a bit smelly, so if you want this in your room, you really, really have to give them a super duper clean first. Make sure you get all the gunk out from the inside, otherwise they'll be super, super stinky. Now, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this craft. See you again soon. Bye.